Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe, drink of the day is a cold can of Red Bull, and today I've been returning to an old favourite, which is Purple Luffy. Very simple curve, was one of the best decks, probably around the top 5 in the previous format, OP10. Going into EB02, I do think he struggles a little bit into Green Purple Luffy, but it's certainly winnable, especially if you win the dice. So I have changed this list quite a bit. You've still got all your old favourites, you know, your Sangoro, your Zorojuro, Luffy Taro, still on 4 Giant, and I've cut down the Linlin to 2, because this is really powerful sometimes. If they get the boat, you kind of just can't put anything in life other than Zorojuro against Green Purple Luffy, which kind of sucks, but this card's still really good in some other decks, so I think 2 is good. I do like the Sanji. This can help you starve the Green Purple Luffy player a little bit. And also, you can just play this to rest their blockers towards the end of the game, of course. There's a lot of blockers going around at the minute, especially like little chump blockers. So if you can rest those and then take them out with like your searchers, you get some pretty crazy value out of the Sanji. I'm big on the Sanji. I'm also big on 2Ks. I've currently got 14. 4 Sanji, of course, 4 Usahachi. I've got 2 for an Osuke, because he's searchable off your Law and your Zorojuro. And I've got 4 Shachi Penguin. I've put this in over the Kamazo, just to have extra 4-don plays. Obviously, this literally does nothing. You're never using this effect. However, you can search it off of the Law, and it's a 4-don play. If you think this is troll, you could play the Kamazo instead, but I've not really had the Kamazo's effect come up really ever, so I've gone with the Shachi Penguin. I've also got 4 of the Bon Clay. This is really good into Shanks. There's like a really cool curve you can do, where you go second, you ramp to 5, use Bon, ramp to 6, draw to 8, ramp to 9, and then play out this Luffy immediately, and they can't deal with this guy. This guy's too big, too early. Now, you can do the same thing with Linlin as well, but it is worse. The Luffy is definitely stronger if you're doing that weird curve. Other than that, the deck is much the same. There's some other cards you could include that we'll talk about at the end if you wanted to. Hope you enjoy these games with Purple Luffy. Got to go into Purple Green Luffy. Let's see what he chooses. Presumably he'll choose first, trying to take it away from us. I know Green Purple Luffy often like second, but I feel like we like first more. Don't know. We'll see what Christian decides when he comes back. He does choose first, indeed. This hand's great, other than the lack of Luffy Taro. But I think we'll keep. We've got quite a few draws before we need that Luffy Taro. See if he's got any searchers. Does have a Nami. Very nice. I'm sure we'll see. Yep, we see a Sanji. Okay, it's nothing too crazy. Well, that's nice. Luffy Taro. No Luffy Taro, and unfortunately we are bottoming a Linlin. Next turn we're doing this. Turn after that. Unsure. I'll grab an Onami. That might come in clutch later. And then we'll just pass it over there. Hopefully we don't see an 8, because we will be taking an 8 if it is as such. 6, I can deal with a 6. And then we're going to see something for 2. Maybe some searchers. A boat. I'd have done the boat first, right? Because you could draw into like a Nami off the boat. Ooh, and whiffs on that. Holy, that's not very good. Let's ramp up. That's also not very good. I think we'll just go with the Zorojuro here. It's an increased chance to see the Luffy, right? As much as I'd love to develop this already, I think the Zorojuro is the move. We'll hit him with a 6 on 5, he'll take. And then we'll deploy this. Still no Luffy. That's not great. We can take the 1k, or we can take the Zorojuro. I mean, next turn we're going to 7. It's probably just going to be Sanji if we don't get the Luffy. So I guess I take the 1k. I guess I'll take the 1k. Don't love it though. There's the Spud. Good start for our friend here. He's going to buff this to 7 costs. We can't even rest it with the Sanji, which is a bit of a shame. But what can you do? There's the chopper. Okay, we can rest the chopper. This is actually really good, right? We can do this. Rest the chopper. Just attack lead. and then the chopper's there, stuck. That's going to be pretty powerful. Do I want to counter this one? I think I do. Because I prefer... would I prefer to ramp up or not? Is that true? Yeah, I'd quite like to ramp up. Yeah, because then leader can swing. Yeah, it does that. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, still no Luffy Taro. It is what it is. We'll go 7 for this. Use the card action. Send one back. Send Zoro optional. Rest this. 6 lead. We're just going to leave this on the board. I'm not going to take it out. There's no need. We turn off his leader effect for a turn, which is really good. Six lead. 7 lead. He'll take. Jet Gatling trigger. Fair enough. And then we'll pass. Not going to take this out. Stops him going to 6. Stops him restanding Dons. If he's got like double Namis and another guy, it is what it is, right? 9 and 7. We could defend this. I don't mind defending this. 2k, 1k. I'll give one of the Onamis here. What's he doing with the rest of his Don? Let's see. It's so good that this is on the board for another turn. Plays out Sanji. 5 lead. 5 lead. Let's... I don't hate taking this, honestly. Another Giant's not quite what I was looking for. I was hoping to see some kind of top end. But, alas, we don't have it. Rests this for no reason. Yeah, you are ahead. You ramped, brother. You ramped and we ramped back. Sure. Another bloody Sangha. Okay. That's really not what I was looking for. Oh, we can do Onami, of course. Onami's going to be pretty good. I'll probably do this lore as well. We'll hold at least 1 for a giant. Let's hit him with a limp 5. See what he wants to do with that. There's no way you block with this. Yeah, block with that. I mean, it gets it out of the way, right? He's got no Dons open. So that's pretty good. Let's try 9 into Sanji Pudding. It's going to block. So if we're going to do 5 for this, 1 for this, and 1 for this, that is all of our Dons. 3, 4, 5. 1 for Giant. 1 for Law. Or do we just want to do Onami? And then we can swing 7 into it. If we go here, though, we've got a chance of getting game next turn. Because he's going to be on 1. Now I'm going to go Sangoro and not Law. And we'll just hold 1 up for Giant. We'll use the Giant as our draw power. Luffy Taro, -1. Another Sanji Pudding. Okay, now he's cooking. Now we're going to get cooked. The chopper's off the board. The reins are off. I wonder if that 7 would have gone through. That would have been quite interesting if it did. Hey, I didn't want to take that risk. That would have been a crazy risk to take. Plays that out. Okay, but he's down to 1 Don active. Is he that confident that we won't win? Is he that confident? I mean, this is max 6 anyway, right? So we can Giant out of this one. We would lose 1 Don. Take. Okay, giant gaming. 7 on 6. Yeah, I have a lot of wonk. I have a lot of giants. I'll use a giant. Trash the law. Buff this. Resolve. 6 on 6. Yeah, it's a 1k. We get a Lin. We could Lin this into life, which is quite funny. Yeah, the boat was not live because we gianted. So yeah, we can Lin. Get rid of this. I think we just go for game though here, right? I think it's very reasonable. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. We need 2 to go through. 1 gets gianted. So we've got 8. 8, 8, 8, 9 currently. It's okay. They play a lot of bricks as well. How many 2Ks? They're not giving us many 2Ks. Start with 8 from Sanguro. See how this goes. Mr. 2. Mr. 2. Not helpful. Okay, used his giant already. That's a good sign, right? That is a good sign. Let's see what he trashes. Spud. Let's go 8 again. Okay, that's a very good sign. He definitely doesn't have any 2Ks, so let's go 7. And then we'll go 10. GG's. Yeah. He went a little crazy on that turn playing the Luffy. I thought he'd hold more than one Donut, but I mean, I guess he didn't have more than one giant anyway, so hey, it is what it is. Got played to our opponent. Let's move on. Got the Doflamingo player again. I played this guy 3 times in a row now. We're going second. Hey, we won last time going second. I live Tara's obviously very good. Double law's not bad. I'm going to keep. It's like not the best hand in the world, but it's not the worst. He's got the Peroni. Very nice. Stacking on the top. Always a good sign for them when you see that. We've got the Zorojiro. He's strong. I guess we'll take the Sangoro here, right? Sangoro is very good. I do want a 2k though. Last game we saw 0 2ks in like 5,000 cards. It was crazy. I'll take the Sanji here. Then we'll end the turn. I'm probably not countering this 7. Oh no, not the Teach! Not the Teach! Not him. Oh, and it's Weevil as well. We don't even get to attack it unless we want to ramp. We could Bon. Do we want to ramp here? I don't hate ramping here. If we ramp and Bon, we get to swing like 7 into the Weevil and get a 2k. The Bon does just die though, so it's probably better to just ramp play Zorojiro. No, not that. If he has the law, he has the law. It is what it is. We've got to start starving, I think, here. He's going to give us a Josie. That works for me. There's Zorojiro. Giant's going to be important. I wish I could take this Mum. Probably just take the 2k. Move that to the top. Move Giant to number 2. We're probably never getting there, but you never know. You never know. Law, very funny. Cool. Yep. 7 into 5, Boa. 7-7 is brutal. I think we just lose from here. But we'll counter the 7. We can counter this 7 as well. Okay, Lin gives us a shot. Lin gives us a shot. We're going to ramp up. We're going to swing 6 into Boa. That works for me. It works for me. Because even if we go down to 1, we can get there with Linden. We've got our draw on the board now. He gets a Boa off his Moria. Teach, effect. Boa comes down. We're gonna take 1. This is the only thing that can attack. It's attacking for at least 7. So we have to counter this one. And then we'll take the 9. Luffy Taro, mostly unnecessary at this point, but for 2k. Yeah, we got him. We got the boys. Let's start with 6 into Hancock, draw a card. We get a Sanji, not bad. Not going to be played this turn. Obviously, it's Lin. He counters out of that. We're going to go here. Now we'll go here. I'm tempted to starve. Because next turn we can start doing some stuff. So I am tempted to starve. Definitely not that. Don't click the wrong card. Don't click the wrong card. Trash one of these Luffy Taros. Gain a life. And then put this at the bottom. As much as the teach is annoying. Yeah, I think a starving for 1 turn there is alright. Because the teach aids our starve. Right? If he wants to keep using teach, he runs out of cards. That's not great. Don't love that. Not in the slightest. But if he teaches here, he's going to have very few cards. Now we have to cancel this stuff. We can't go down to 0. That's terrible, though. Very, very bad. Hey-ho. I mean, that's a lot of giants, right? There's a lot of giants. I think we do Luffy Taros or a Juro. Hold 2 open for 2 giants. So we'll swing twice. Give him some cards. Nami's alright. Isn't he just a 2k? So Nami are a 2k, right? What do we think? What are we thinking? 2k is going to help us at this point, is the thing. We're definitely gianting away this. It's going to take the 2k. And we'll pass there with three threatening open. And it bounces our Zoro. Sure. Sure thing. I hate this. This lore and this teach, man. This fucking Dofy starter deck was so toxic. So good. So powerful. 10 into 5. I think we're ever countering both, are we? Are we? We could. If he's not developing anything, kind of works. We'll go to the Zoro. Buff this. And 2k out. Is he really going to teach? I guess if he teaches, it's only 9. I mean, 9's still really good, right? But, you know, it's some. I wish it was, never mind, it's 10. I lied. We're going to 5, and that's bleak. We draw to 7. That doesn't mean we get to play the Sanji for very low cost, though. We'll trash the Rush Luffy. I don't think we're getting there anytime soon. I'll give him the Usahachi. Sure. If we win this, this would be really cool. We know he has a lore in hand. What do we want to do here? I think I want to use Kid. just because this is a 2k and this is a 1k. Let's go 9 here. And 2k, 1k. Now we know one of these is a, what's it? A law. Let's take this out. Really hoping this gets the Doflamingo. Really want this to get the Doflamingo. That is insane. Now I can hopefully get a swing through on his life as well. Let's take. Now we have Kid in the turn. We're getting somewhere. This game's been crazy though. Like, we were so low so fast. This Linlin absolutely saved the day. Absolutely saved the day. Gets the Moria off the Sengoku. Moria. It's Hancock. Hancock. Can play out 3 guys this turn. Scary times. Very, very scary times. Another Hancock. That's crazy. That's really, really good. We can block Giant, though. We'll trash the Sangara. I mean, this is way too slow, but it's a card. He still has that law in hand, right? Yeah, he still has a 1k in the law. Moria grabbed Hancock. How many 2s has he given us? 1, only 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits to go through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. It's not likely, is it? But is there another way for us to do it? Do we just die? When we can play the Sanji for 3, that's not bad. Gives us double blockers. He only has 2 characters. He can't bounce these blockers easy. If he has Raging Tiger, that would be GG's. We know this last card is a law. Yeah, this last card is 100% a law. Does that help? If we go 6, he takes. He has max 3k. I think we play this. Take out this Hancock, play this. He doesn't have Raging Tiger. We've got double blockers. I think this is fine. I really think this is fine. We do need to get him down at least 1 more life, though. Don't get a trigger on my kid. Do not trigger my kid, please. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I guess that could have actually got him game, right? Or got us game. 1, 2, 3. No, it couldn't. No, no, he didn't need to do that. We know this is a law. Do we want to attack 1 more time? I don't want to risk it. I really don't want to risk it. We can try and turn this into a 2k. Works for me. I can even play 2 of them. Do we want to play another one? I don't think so. If he top decks Raging Tiger, we have 1k counter. If he does 7 for Raging Tiger, his swings are 6, 6, 7. We can't counter the 6. I think this is actually better. The chance of this being a giant is very low. He top decked Sengoku. Okay, I think we win from here. This has been a wild game though, right? This has been crazy. Edward Weevil. We know his hand is Weevil Law, so he doesn't have Femur. So we can take safely. There's no Femur. It's Weevil Law. There's Weevil. If he draws Femur off of this, it's fine. We can... No, it's not, actually. We can't counter an 8. Yeah. He had to draw exactly Femur there. That was close. But I think it was the right move, right? Oh, there was the Femur. If we'd attacked again, we'd have lost. Goes to show that you don't always just swing out, I guess. That was a really good game. Purple Luffy versus Green Purple Luffy. We're going second. I don't love this hand. Let's mulligan. And we have Bon Clay at least. Let's go with this. Can we get something to pay off our Luffy Taro? We can get the Zorojuro. That's pretty good. Let's pass it over there. See what he's going to do. Just a 5. I'll counter the 5. We'll probably give... I want to keep this Sanji, I think, because they play a lot of blockers. And even just lower cost things we can rest. So I'm going to play out... give him the 2k, rather. He's going with the Zorojuro. That's interesting. We get the Sangoro. I think I'll play the Zorojuro and ramp up. Or we could just play the Bon Clay. Then we don't have to ramp up, right? Let's ramp up anyway. No, I'm just going to play the Bon Clay. I'm going to go this way. By preserving our life, we negate a little bit of his aggression. Next turn, we're obviously doing Luffy Taro. But the fact we're already at 5 is quite nice. And presumably he plays Sanji Pudding this turn. So this Bon Clay is going to get, at the very least, to take out the Zorojuro. Okay, never mind. He plays Roronoa Zoro. But, I mean, that's not that scary, right? Because now he's not playing... Yeah, sure. We'll take one and then counter the other. I don't want to counter both. 6 on 5. Yeah, we'll give the... we'll give that there. Okay, so now I think we will ramp up because I do want to take out this. I don't want him to get another Don out of it. Attack 6 on 4. Yep, lets it go. Seems good to me. Then we'll go Luffy Taro. Turn 1, Sangoro. So that could have gone better, right? I was hoping he would just Sanji Pudding and not use the Zoro, but pretty smart play from our opponent here. Is going to do the Luffy Taro and Zorojuro this turn. Be interesting to see if he uses leader effect or not. Grabs a giant. Very nice. Next turn we've got Sanji. We've also got a Zorojuro if we just want to do a search. 5 and 5. We'll go no on that one. We don't know how big this swing is going to be. He's thinking hard. Going to go 6. Well, we don't have a 2k, so I guess we're taking... We do have a giant now, though. That's pretty good. Let's start with 7 into the Zoro here, I think. Yeah. And we draw a 2k. Not bad. Now I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go with the Sanji. We can try and take out the Zorojuro. Or we can just go at life, right? I think we'll go with the Sanji. Use the card action, Don -1. Rest this. Return 0 optional. Rest this. Attack 8 here. See what he wants to do with that. Gonna let it go. Works for me. We'll do 5 here. And then we'll do 7 here. He's gonna counter that one. Then we'll do 7 there, and he'll take that one. We've got him down to 2. He's got no Sanji Pudding still, which is a little crazy. But he does have a Luffy Taro and a lot of Don. So, and we're on 2 as well, which is a little scary for us. I'd like to see a Linlin. A Linlin would be good. Radio knife. That's something different. You don't see that every day in Green Purple Luffy. There's the Spud, finally. Gonna reach down 3 Don. We'll see what he does with said Don. Eventually. I imagine he might go 7. 9 into 7. We can giant out of this, honestly. I don't mind gianting here. I will trash the Zorojuro buff. Resolve. We draw another Zorojuro. Incredible. 7. I think this should be at life, but we'll just give a 1k, of course. Yeah, and he does have 1 open for that. Okay. Okay. So he's at 6. Let's start with an 8. See what he does with the 8. He's going to take. I think we're just going to pile on more pressure at life then, in that case. I'll play out this. Don't currently have a giant. Which is a little sus. We'll go with another 8, because he should consider countering this. Because we can do 12, right? Never mind. He's going for game next turn with his secret Luffy. Then we're just going to swing 6, get 1k out of him. And then play out the kid. Now we've got 1 blocker, 2 life. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7k counter. We don't have an event, but we do have $1 open, so he'll think we do. He's got to go for game here because he's at 0. Uso Hachi. Does he have the 6 cost Luffy as well? If he doesn't, well, I'm pretty sure we would just win. 8. So if this is 6 cost Luffy, he can restand 3, so we'd have 4, it'd be 9-9. So this is the 3rd biggest swing. Let's take. If 7, we obviously have to counter this one. 2k, 1k. And we're just relying on this being something good here, really. Yeah, there's the secret Luffy. Yep, we'll take this. That's not going to cut it. Not quite. 1k off, actually. Damn, that's close, right? So we can 2k, 2k, 1k. And then all we have is 1k. GG's, that was a really close game. We needed to see some kind of top end. Either the Luffy or the Linlin would have been great. Just didn't see it. Purple Luffy versus Blackbeard. This one shouldn't be too bad, he says. He chose 2nd. I mean, that's kind of fine. His hand's not that bad, honestly. We've got the Zorojuro. We've got some decent mid-range plays. Let's just keep. We'll pass. Then we'll ramp up and play Zorojuro. He's got Lafitte. Well, we'll have to take that out. That's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. I very much doubt he'll turn off on plays this turn, but he will from next turn. I mean, he could from this turn, but it would seem a little weird. Yeah. Let's go 5 here. We'll ramp up. Once my game stops lagging, we'll go with the Zorojuro. Don't love that, obviously. Although ramping to it isn't bad. Next turn we're going to be on 7. Next turn it's probably just Sangoro. So it's a 2k or a Luffy. We can probably just take the 2k here. The Sanji's not a bad body anyway. It's a 6-6. It's fine. The fact that it costs 6 is quite nice. No black hole, that's really good. Our Zorojuro is going to live. What a treat. Speaking of treats, here's a Lafitte for him. Off of the stage. He's going to go 5. I'm going to go no. We'll give Usahachi because this is never live. Sanji Penguin is a... Sanji Penguin? Shachi Penguin is a 4-5. It's okay. Opponent going with Lafitte in the end. Van Auger seems sensible to me. He's going to turn off our leader effects. Sorry, leader effects? On play effects. This turn. Does develop that this is my age. Grabs a black hole. That'll be really good for him for next turn. Yep, ditches a million to turn off our effects. So, Shiryu and Million, he ditched off the This Is My Age. I think this is a good turn to develop Sangoro. Because if he finger pistols Sangoro, then Zoro gets to live. Let's start with that. Keep it simple. If we ramp next turn, it doesn't really change our math whether we ramp this or next. So I'll just ramp next turn. We'll go with a 7 and just play out Sangoro. Hopefully no triggers. That's fine. Just as long as it's not like Finger Gun or Bid. They're the annoying cards. And that's 3 bids gone. Which is great. He does get the Liberation, though. So he's going to do that next turn. Does that change my line? I think I'm just going to deploy Shachi. Because then we keep the Sangoro. If he wants the Liberation. I like this guy. Yeah, there they go. Ooh, we could counter with it. I think we'll counter with the Sanji here. Yeah, we're gonna go to 9. We can play out Sangoro Shachi. Or we could just play out the Big Mum. Honestly, just playing out the Big Mum here, I think is fine. He's got to turn off our leader effects again. On-play effects again. Keep wanting to say leader effects. It's just not true. Onami, sure. I mean, I think this turn is Linlin, next turn is like Sangoro Shachi. Something like that. So let's go 5. Because we know he has the black hole. So we're better off playing out the big guy, I think. Big girl. And then on the next time when we develop these, it's going to be his teach turn. So he's not really going to want to use the black hole. That's like actually okay. Not right now, but in general, this is not that bad in this matchup. It just says rush, which is quite reasonable. It's not on play, which is very, very notable. He's going to be looking to develop Burgesses this turn. Believe we know he has a Kuzan in his hand. And he did counter that 5, which is pretty good. I'll be right back. What did we do? We used Hachinosu, we trashed Burgess, grabbed a Vasco, and then we played out Kuzan. And we're doing 6 on 5. Okay. I think we'll do this. There's the Vasco. Turns off our on plays. It doesn't cycle out the Kuzan though. That's interesting. And we now have double Sangoro. My game is lagging a lot. This lobby. I don't know why. He's gonna basically fucking tap out of cards. That's crazy. We'll do that. And then we'll do that. Because he's got no Burgesses this turn. So the most he can do in terms of swings is 5-5. I think we take 1, counter 1. Another Giant's great. Does he even have the teach? I mean, he only has 3 cards, right? There's okay, he has 4 now. There's Kuzan. Yeah, brings out the burger. Seems good to me. Do kind of want to keep this. Just because it's a blocker. And we'll probably look to play this next turn. Does take the teach. That's strong. How many 2Ks has he gone through? Let's do a quick 2K check. 1, 2, 3. That's not very many. Let's give him the Shachi Peng here. I think I'm fine with that. And then this is 10 teach, denied Linlin, presumably. Yeah, Linden's the biggest attack by a mile. Nullify Sangoro. Interesting. Turning off one of our draws is kind of weird. Fair enough, I guess. I don't know, who might say? And does turn off our on plays once more. Very important that he keeps doing that. This Sanji's really good, though. Not particularly for this turn, but in general. Don't believe we know any of the cards in his hand, because he got this off of this. If we want to do the Onami, just as a blocker, that's cool. I think I want to keep at least one Don open for a giant. This is my last Sanji, but he's never going to give us the on plays, right? Because Usahachi exists. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for giant. So we've got 5 Don left, right? We could do like... We can start with 7. I think is very low commitment. We draw a Bon Clay. This is my age trigger. Don't care about that. Gets us stronger. So I really want to play this. But equally, I want the blocker. Could we do both? If we do both, we basically don't get to swing with the leader because we're just swinging 5. Well, we still get a card, right? We still get a card out of him, and we develop another really good attacker. And we can block this Sangoro hit. I'm going to go with that. I think that's actually really good. Obviously not attacking with this because he has the teach. We'll go with that. And we'll go with that. We'll pass it over. 1 open. Sangoro is obviously tapped. He can tap Burgess into it because Onami is a blocker. He's not going to get the Sangoro. He's not going to get the KO. And we have a giant. So if he goes for like some crazy game, it's all good. That's the thing, right? If you blow up the Onami with an event, you might blow up the Sangoro as well. But then you don't have a teach on. You're not playing another teach. And you're also not blowing up the Bentham. And the Bentham is like the scariest guy on the board right now. This guy is like massive. Does Trasher teach though? Maybe he's not going for it. Maybe he's looking for Liberation again. That could be pretty hot if he has a second Liberation. Just a stronger. Okay. Liberation would be great though, because it'd blow up Sangoro and Bon Clay. Or Bon Clay and Onami. What was that? Shigan. Shigan blew up Sangoro. What was that one? Another Shigan blew up Bon Clay. Okay, yeah, double Shigan is pretty good. Let's do that there. This last card in his hand is stronger, right? 14 into 6. I mean, we can in theory defend this, but we need to get very lucky off of our... Do we need to get that lucky off our giant? This goes to 10. We need to see 2k off of our giant. And we can defend it, right? But then we do lose our rush option. If he turns off our on plays here, he has no cards. I'm actually just going to let it go. Doesn't turn off the on plays. This is a 2k. So we're entirely sort of luck reliant here, but we have the potential to win. So this 7 always goes through. Then we have 9, 9. Nine, 9 or 8, 10, right? How many 2Ks are gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know there's one in his hand. That's 6. I'm just going 9-9. I'm feeling 9-9. Yeah, hang on. It's GG, but which way? Oh, we did get the win. Yeah, GG indeed. That was a really close one. I didn't expect him to turn that teach. That last turn that he played was really, really smart with the double finger guns. I'm good in the rematch. This is ranked. But GG's. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed those games. As promised, some other cards that you could play. As I mentioned at the start, you can play Kamazo. He's okay. He replaces Shachi Penguin. He's not searchable, but he does have an effect. Can KO some stuff into, like, Bonnie. There's not much else. It doesn't come up that much, but it is slightly better than Shachi Penguin, although not searchable off of lore. You could also go with Gamma Knife. If you're running into a lot of 8-cost kid decks, Gamma Knife's very good. RG Smoker does seem to be one of the better decks this format, and we may see Bonnie as well. I'm not currently on it, but definitely could be convinced. This Chopper Blocker was fairly popular towards the end of last format. I basically cut this for 2Ks because there's a lot of 6K swings you get from Zoro Juros in, well, lots of decks, and from Green Purple Luffy's leader. If they don't want to put a Don on him, he just swings 6. And having more 2Ks, you go 2K, 1K as well, obviously very good. Blast Breath is a card that people included, again, towards the sort of the tail end of the last format. You could play it if you want. Being a Don -1 counter event is quite compelling, and you could very reasonably cut one of these 2Ks for it, either for an Osuke or Shachi Penguin. And probably the last card I want to talk about is Jet Gatling. The card's alright. It's not too crazy. We don't play that many bricks anymore. Obviously, you've got these, but you really want to play these out. And after that, you've just got your top end. So I don't think the Jet Gatling is necessary, but you could consider it if you want to. With that said, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out. And you'll get more EB02 content in your feed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.